Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Gerald Panneton. He is the chairman and CEO of Gold Terra Resource. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you, YGT on the TSX Venture and YGTFF on the OTCQX. And Gold Terra will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please visit precioussummit.com. And with that, Gerald, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Yeah, doing well. Good weather, no complaint.
Well, hey, that's great to hear. So we actually had Gold Terra on the program about 2 years ago. But before we get into the updates and everything like that, can you give us that quick overview of Gold Terra Resource?
Sure. Gold Terra is involved into the Yellowknife camp in Northwest Territory, Canada. It's basically a huge land position, about 800 square kilometers. And based on an old camp where 14 million ounces of gold has been produced in the past, but rich gold, half an ounce per ton, 15 to 20 grams between two mines. Those mines are now shut down. There's been little exploration over the last 20 years. And the company started to work in the area about 9 years ago. I joined only 3 years ago, not even 3 years.
Very good. All right. So last time we had management on here is about actually a little over 2 years ago. But rather than going through all the updates since then, what would you say are some of the company's highlights in the last 12 months or so?
I think one of the first things that I realized when I joined the company was the lack of focus onto the most prolific reason for 14 million ounces being produced. It's called the Campbell Shear. Campbell Shear is the structure, right? It's a structure where all the fluids, including gold, are migrating and flowing through deformation and others, and basically generated 14 million ounces of gold that were mined between those two mines. The structure is 70 kilometers long. The mining was happening over 5 kilometers. So imagine, the structure is 50 miles long, and it's been mined over 3 miles. What's happening with the other 47 miles that you can explore? And that's exactly what we started.
Very good. So, and so you came on, like I said, I spoke with different management last time we did an interview with Gold Terra. So love to hear your background. What were you doing prior to Gold Terra?
I was retired. I've been retired, I think 2 good times, but I'm a geologist of background. I spent all my career in gold geology. Came out of school from Montreal University and McGill University with a master, heads all the way straight to Val-d'Or, Quebec. Spent 10 years of my career there, and eventually joined Barrick Gold in 1994 and stayed there for 12 years. So I traveled the world with Barrick, evaluating projects from Africa to Russia to South America to Asia. And of course, with my background being a geologist in Archean structure, it was very easy to go in different areas in the world to evaluate projects. And with my luck, I was able to, following a Pangea acquisition in 2000, we basically put 2 mines in production in Tanzania. And I think Barrick for me was a very good school. 12 years of learning from very good people, excellent mentorship. One of the person I met at Detour 26 years ago is at the board of Gold Terra. He's a mining engineer with excellent experience. When we know about mining, we know exactly the answer with him. It's quick. It's the price may be changing, but the geometry, the way you're going to do it is the same. It's all about valuation, gold price, and how much you can do it. And so after left Barrick, I started the company Detour Gold in 2006. And I took the company with an IPO of $140 million, 40 million share at 350 Canadian, and it was sold for 5 billion Canadian. Found 30 million ounces, of which 16 became reserve. And the mine is going to be in production for 30 years and created 800 jobs in Northern Ontario. I was very lucky to spend 12 years at Barrick. I have a passion to find gold deposit. I've been working pretty much everywhere around the world. And so I bring a lot of expertise into going A to Z, from exploration to gold production.
Very good. So with that, Gerald, from what you can tell us, what would you say then are some of the company's near-term value catalysts that folks should pay attention to?
in terms of the catalyst, the biggest thing about gold mining, the most important value creation is always at the beginning. It's when you start drilling. It's when you have a good property and you can generate this. And that's always like, if you buy a mine and the mine has 2 million ounces and you're spending so much money to buy the company, you're not going to have a plus value. The plus value is always on the growth, on what's not discovered yet.
Very good. So in layman's terms, just drilling.
Well, it is.
Like drill result,
Look, since I joined, or since we did one very good negotiation with Newmont Mining. Newmont has the Con Mine asset from the Miramar acquisition in 2008. It took us almost like 22 months to negotiate the deal, but we got an option to own 100%, where there's maybe 2, 3, 4 million ounces left, and we just need to drill it. We're going to come up with a resource. By the time this video comes out, the resource will be out from the drilling we've been doing on the property over the last 2 years, which is about just over 20,000 meters of drilling. And this is the best way. If a company wants to drill and have a great place to drill, you can end up with some very good discovery that change the market capitalization of your company drastically.
Absolutely.
In one day, basically.
So Gerald, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Gold Terra?
Very simply, go to our website. It's under goldterracorp.com. You will find every news release, every presentation that is updated on a relatively basis. And we look forward to be in Beaver Creek to inform investors, market analysts, brokers of the development of Gold Terra, and watch for our resource. It's just a measuring stick. It's our progress towards achieving the acquisition of the Con Mine and growing our current 1.2 million ounces resource into a bigger one.
Very good. Well, Gerald, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And we'll see you in Beaver Creek.
Excellent. Talk to you, Robert.
Absolutely. Again, Gold Terra will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek happening September 13th through 16, 2022. For more information, please go to precioussummit.com.